Welcome. Thank you so much for clicking the video. This one is going to be a 30-minute yoga flow for athletes or active people, group exercisers. It is not going to be a beginner flow, so I do recommend that if you have never practiced yoga before, that you click on one of my other yoga videos that is a little more appropriate for brand new people. You won't need shoes, but you will need a mat. Let's get started. Let's start at the back of your mat or your space in what is called mountain pose or Tadasana. Softening your knees, roll your tailbone under, shoulders up to the ears, let them drop down out of the ears, open your palms forward. Best posture. Reach both arms up. Inhale. With your exhale, go ahead and hinge at your hips and just trace your legs down into your first forward fold. Let your chin soften to your chest. Let your head dangle. Shake your head no as if you're dumping your brain out, and then nod your head yes. Take a half lift up, inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, release. Put a deep bend in both knees, so a little ball squat here. You're going to sink your hips down to your heels, and then roll yourself up slow, head up last. Take your time. Unwind, roll the shoulders back up, and then let them sink down your back pockets, palms forward. Inhale, stretch it up. On the exhale, follow your breath. Fold into the legs. Half lift, you know the drill. Hands to the thighs of the shins. Exhale to release. Bend deeply into both legs. Maybe a little deeper this time. Get a stretch in your Achilles, in the backs of the heels, and then we'll roll it up. Pushing through both feet even. One more. Inhale, reach it up. Like a little bit of a backwards dive and then folding forward. Half lift. So in yoga, we do like to practice with our breath. Exhaling to roll back into your forward fold. Bend your knees, deep squat. Roll it up slow. Warming up those legs, warming up the muscles around the knee. Shoulder roll the top, open the heart, palms forward. So inhale with the breath, that's pranayama. Exhale, fold. And then we'll half lift. And this time, you'll crawl forward on your mat. So put a bend in your knees so you can reach your mat. Walk forward, forward, forward on your hands. Land in the top of a push-up, palms under the shoulders. Roll those shoulders away from your ears and squeeze your tailbone under so you're in a straight line. If your wrists are dicey, you could always go to your knuckles for any plank work. Take another breath here. Good, then we'll lower to our forearms, one at a time. Let the elbows touch down under the shoulders. You can create a triangle, bringing your hands together, or you can be a number 11 with your arms separated. Push through the heels, reach the crown of the head forward. Good, melt both knees to the floor. You can do that one at a time. Hips to heels, arms overhead, forehead, and tip of the nose down. This is child's pose. We'll walk your hands over to the right, and then just stretch your left side. Deep breath here. And then switch. Walk your hands to the left. Stretch your right side. Big breath in. Now this would be an excellent class to do after a strength class or a cardio class. So just really stretch and lengthen things out. Walk your hands forward. Shift into all fours. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Cat-cow rolling here. So you're going to round your back. Tuck your chin. Look for your belly. Reverse it. Melt your belly down, lift up, look up. Do it again, round, and you'll get a little bit of core work in this class as well. And you will burn some calories, you will build some strength. One more cat-cow. But it won't be quite as high intensity as like a cardio or a strength class. You'll tuck your toes, push back into your legs, lift your knees up, stretch those sit bones for the sky. This is downward facing dog. Go ahead and let your head dangle and push into all 10 fingers. Softening your elbows. Try to imagine you're squeezing something underneath your armpits so you can engage your lats. Good. We'll bring the big toes close to each other and stretch the right leg up for the sky. Circle your right ankle in the sky. Both directions. Big rolls. And then release. Set that right foot down. Switch left leg to the sky. Circle that ankle. Big circle. And the other way. And release, set that left foot down. Start to roll like a wave through your spine. You're going to hollow out the belly, land shoulders over wrists. So right back to plank, shift forward of your wrists and come back like you're doing a calf raise through the legs. Push into the tippy toes, come forward and back. One more. And release the knees. Let's stay in this plank position. So rather than letting your hips come back, stay forward. Exhale, start to lower elbows, squeeze the ribs. Inhale, hold. Exhale, push up. Inhale, hold. We'll just do 2 more, nice and slow. Hold chaturanga at the bottom, hold. Press it up. Hold, 1 more. Hold chaturanga at the bottom, hold it. Hovering. And then press it up. Lower the hips towards the heels. Child's pose. Let's circle the wrists here. Open, close the hands. And then we'll take a little thread the needle. Take your right arm up and tuck it under the left armpit. Let the back of your right hand rest. Let your right ear rest. You're facing towards the left, looking under your armpit, stretching out your shoulder. And we'll slowly switch. Set that hand down. Left arm is going to tuck under your right armpit. Let your ear rest. Let your face rest. Let the back of the hand rest. Then we'll slowly unwind that twist and slither forward like you're coming underneath the fence. This is 4-limb stick. Hips are high, elbows hug in, and then allow your belly to find the mat. Tops of the feet rest. Imagine I just pulled your legs long and then slide your hands a little farther behind your ribs. Peel yourself up for baby cobra. Inhale. And then exhale, melt and bow. 2 more, rolling cobra. Inhale. If your low back bites or pinches at all, stay down here. If it feels okay, you can float a little higher. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Stretch the front body, and then exhale, release. Push into the heels of your hands to come up and back. Shift your hips to your heels. Child's pose, quick breath in, and then we'll move right into our down dog. Tuck your toes. Float your knees, stretch the sit bones up and back. Big toes touch, and we'll bring the right leg to the sky. This time, open the hip, let your right knee bend. Let your right foot fall back like it's gonna hit you in the back of the head. Square your shoulders, stretch the hip flexor, the left hamstring, and then kick the leg back up to the sky. Square the hips, draw that knee to your nose, hold and breathe. Inhale, stretch it up. Upside down for a moment, and then exhale, knee to nose. Round and come forward like a mountain climber. 1 more. This is the one. We're going to step the right foot all the way through. Aim between your hands, right by your right thumb. Leave your back knee up. Push into both legs. Stare a hole into the floor in front of you as you reach up into crescent lunge. Fingertips to the sky. Shoulders down out of your ears. And hips are square. Back leg is long. We'll take the hands to the heart center here and then prepare for a twist. Shift forward and hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. Push into your hands and roll your heart to the right. Keeping the hips square, let that twist happen from your spine, the middle spine, not the lower back. Push into both feet here as you rise back up. Inhale, match the palms together. Exhale, release. Hands on either side of your front foot. Pick that back leg up and hover it in your 3-legged plank here. Lower chaturanga. Any amount of cobra. Maybe even up dog if it feels good. Bow back into your mat. Push into your hands. Coming back into your down dog. I'm going to pause child's pose first. And then we'll meet at the top of our downward facing dog. Relax your face. Let your heels get heavy. And stretch the backs of those legs. Big toes get close for the second side. Left leg reaches up. This time, open the left hip, bend your left knee. So you're getting a stretch through your right hamstring and letting the weight of that foot fall. Start to square your left leg up. So kick left leg to the sky, square the hips, draw the left knee to your nose, come forward, round. Exhale, lift it back up. 2 more. We're gonna prep your core. Forward. Inhale up, and then come all the way to step in between your hands. Aim for right by your left thumb. Lengthening on your fingers, lift your chest, getting ready for our crescent lunge. Pick a spot to stare at. It's going to help to stabilize you as you reach your fingers up. Coming into a nice high lunge. Biceps close to ears. Try to relax the tension out of your traps. We're going to head into our twist. Bring your hands to your heart center and then shift your spine forward. We'll hook the right elbow on the outside of the left quad. Push your hands together as you roll your heart to the left. Take that twist. So feeling this on the outside of the leg. Pick a spot to help you balance as you unwind your twist. So I like staring down at the floor. Reach it up, match the hands. Exhale, bow, hands on either side of your front foot, and you'll step back. So feel free to lose the three-legged plank, but I'm going to do it since I did it on the other side. Lifting the left leg, coming into chaturanga. Any amount of back bend, cobra or up dog. And then this time I'm going to go straight to down dog, but you're welcome to pause in that child's pose if you need it. Headed into our next flow. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale the right knee to the right elbow like a Spider-Man. Inhale back up. Right knee to left elbow. Twist, get the obliques. Inhale right leg up. And step right foot in between your hands. Aim as high as you can. This time we'll swivel the left heel down, turn it out 45 degrees. Push into both legs to rise into warrior one. Reach your arms up. Bend into your front leg, so get a lunge here. Exhale, pull the elbows back, open the chest. Inhale, stretch up. This is cactus. Exhale, pull them back, goalposts. Inhale, stretch up, pull your belly in, please. Exhale, cactus. Give yourself a hug. So we're gonna go left arm on top of right, either just wrapping your fingers around, catching the opposite shoulder, or you can go into half eagle or full eagle, fingertips to palm. Lift up the heart a little bit, a few bows. On your inhale, you're gonna bow your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee, push into both legs, even your back leg, and lift up. Think like a cobra through your spine. 2 more, inhale to come forward. And then exhale, come out of that bow. Use your legs, use your back. 1 more. And then come all the way up out of that eagle. Unwind your arms and spiral open to the left. This is our warrior two. And because I'm not facing the camera, I'm going to turn to face you. You stay where you're at. So you're in warrior two with the right leg in front. Shoulders down your back. Shift forward and reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up. Palm faces back. Good. Unwind it here. Come back into warrior two. Take the right elbow to your thigh. Stretch the left arm up. Bicep close to the ear. Press the outer edge of your left foot down. Good. Reverse that warrior one more time. Strong front leg. And then if you want to, you can come through and stay with extended side angle or start to shift weight into this front leg. Heel toe your left leg in, reach your right fingers for the floor, and float your left leg up for half moon. You could place a block or a dumbbell or a water bottle, something kind of sturdy, under your right arm. And that will help you connect to the floor if your right hamstrings are tight. We'll circle the left arm to the floor and then let the head bow as you lift your left leg a little higher. This is standing splits. Your right leg is getting a nice stretch here. Good. On your exhale, bending your right knee, lightly step your left toes to the floor. Lift up your heart, lighten on your fingers. This is our low lunge position. Feel a really deep stretch for your left hip flexors. Planting your hands, step that right leg back to meet the left. Options to go chaturanga on both toes or on both knees or on one foot. So lifting the right leg, coming forward of your wrist, taking that little, almost like a tricep push-up, lowering but then melting up, lifting through a back bend. You can come back down and push through child's pose or roll through your feet and come on up to down dog. But we're gonna all meet in downward dog. So upside down, just like we were before. Stretch those heels for the floor. Engage your triceps. Let's reach the left leg up for the sky. So this is our second side. Other leg, left knee to left elbow. Come forward into your hands like a Spider-Man. Squeeze your side. Inhale, stretch the left leg up. Exhale, left knee to your right elbow. So you're twisting across. Rotate and then inhale back up. And then last one, we step that left foot as high up the mat as we can, coming into warrior one. Swivel your back heel down and push through both legs. Rise up, reach up. Square your hips as best you can. So you're getting a nice stretch through that right hip, the right calf. Exhale, pull your elbows back, cactus your arms, a little bit of a back bend. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up. So I told you it was not going to be a total beginner flow. So we're sweating here. Let's take our eagle right on top of left. Just give yourself a hug. Option A. Half eagle, forearm to forearm. Option B. Or full, fingertips to palm. Option C. Keep a good deep lunge here as we bow. On the inhale, bring your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Push through both legs, even your back heel, and rise up. 2 more. Now, if you are inflexible or if you struggle with flexibility is what I should say, then take baby steps, right? Maybe do half the class and try again next time, or take one of those easier classes I've already posted. Open up your arms and sink into warrior two. Now, if you've been practicing yoga or you used to practice yoga, this is your class, okay? Shift forward, reach your left arm forward, flip your palm, back hand to your thigh, reach up, lift up, lengthen, reverse warrior. Undo this here, take your front elbow to your thigh, stretch your back arm up. Or if maybe you have done gymnastics or dance or something, then maybe this would be an appropriate first yoga class. Reverse it. We're gonna take one more reverse warrior, and then you can go back into your extended side angle or take yourself forward into that left leg, lift off that back leg, lighten, and take flight into half moon. Lifting that back leg, opening up right arm to the sky, and then left hand can be on something if you need to. Take a drishti, and I'll circle the top arm to the floor and let the head dangle. Square up the hips for standing splits. So pick up your right leg a little higher, stretching out that left hamstring. Start to bend your knee, and then we'll just lightly set the right toes back down. Sink into your low lunge. Feel a really good stretch for this hip here. Light on the fingers, lift up the heart. Go ahead, prepping for chaturanga or a vinyasa. You can skip this if you'd like. Step back. It could be both toes. It could be both knees. Or it could be that 3-legged plank version. Come forward, chaturanga. Remember, you can always skip this. Any amount of cobra or up dog. And then into your downward dog. Feel free to pause in child's pose if you need that. Heels are heavy. Stretch the backs of the legs. Good. On that in-breath, we'll reach the right leg up for the sky. Inhale. And then on the exhale, right knee to nose, step the right foot as high as you can. Step your back foot in about a footprint worth. Turn it out here. And then we'll open ourselves up. So kind of a cartwheel. Lead with the left arm, standing tall here for triangle pose. Turn those hips to the side. I'm going to turn to face you so that I'm not facing away from the camera. So toes are all angled to the right. Sweep forward and take triangle pose. Hand could be on the thigh, the shin, the ankle, the block that you brought with you to class. Reach the left arm up. Stretching through the side here. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, engage that core, lighten on your bottom hand, and see if you could lift off and make like an L. Core, right? A lot of abdominals. Lower that hand. Release, come back to stand. Reverse this triangle here. Reach the right arm up as you stretch back. Undo here, release, and then we'll lower. So right hand bending into the right knee. Take the left arm, swim it up and over. Pick up the left heel, and then we'll wiggle the hands to the inside of your front knee. And I'm going to turn back to the top of my mat so as not to confuse you. You're now in runner's lunge. So the back heel came up. You're on the toes of the back foot, and your hands are inside of your right knee. Runner's lunge, this is a really deep stretch. Feel free to rock forward and back. or draw little circles if you need it. Opening up the hips. Deep breath here. Allow your back knee to melt to the floor. Throw a pad under it if you're on a hardwood. Take weight into your left hand, and then take your right hand to your right thigh and roll your heart to the right, twisting through the spine. Stay here. If this feels like a lot, it might feel beautiful, stay. If you'd like, you can start to bend into your back leg. So pulling your left heel up, maybe reaching back with your right hand to connect. This is a tough one. The quads get really tight. So feel free to use a strap or a towel to just kind of hook it, pull it in. Gentle though. Not forcing, honoring that hip, that quad. Good, release what you're holding. Take the hand and place it outside of your pinky toe. Heel toe your right foot to behind your left wrist. Start to lower your right knee to the floor for half pigeon. Now, if that transition was very difficult for you, go ahead and come out of it. You can swing your leg back and come back into half pigeon. Create some space. Blocks are lovely here. Or you could place something under your hip like a block or a towel or blanket, pillow. One more breath up on the fingers or hands. And then on the exhale, we'll fold. Take half sleeping pigeon. So rolling forward, you could place a little fist pillow in front of your forehead and rest. You could stay on your forearms. Or you could reach all the way forward and melt your forehead to the floor. If that's okay, just honor your knee. Don't force it. So this is a lot of outer hips for me. Tight hips from all the cardio I do. Press into your hands, come on up. So you do want to make sure you honor that you're not overstretching. Planting your hands, slide that right knee next to the left one, a quick child's pose, forehead to the floor. Big breath in the back body. And then we'll come into all fours, prepping for side two. Curl your toes, press your hips up, 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 and back. Really reach your ribs for your thighs. You're upside down. You can bring your toes close. Left leg to the sky. Inhale. Left knee to your nose. Step that foot as far forward as you can. Back leg comes in, a footprint. Turn it out, 45. And then just like a cartwheel, right arm up. Coming into standing for triangle stance. Toes are angled to the left. Your legs are in a triangular base. Reach forward. Come down. Left hand to your shin, ankle, or thigh. You could place it on a block. Reach the right arm up. Maybe look at it. Side stretch. And let's engage that core. See if you can lighten on your bottom hand and maybe reach it out like an L. Strong torso muscles. Release that hand and then push into both legs to come out, reversing that triangle. Lovely side stretch here. I love this one. Both feet are strong. As you circle, come on down to the floor, and we're going to make our way into runner's lunge. So you'll pick up your back heel and just kind of walk your hands to the inside of your left knee. So weight on the hands, and I heel-toed my left foot wider, so there's room for my hands. And then here's where you could take some movement. You can push forward and back, do some circling. Really good hip stretch, make some space. And then we'll let the back knee fold on into the floor. If you need to place something soft, here's your chance. Go ahead and place something soft. Uncurl your back toes, right hand to the floor, stand on it, and then twist to the left. Place your left hand on your left thigh. Rotate. You can stay right here. If this feels like lots, do it. I'm going to add the quad stretch, so just pulling my right heel in towards my glute, reaching left arm up to maybe connect with something. You might find one side a little more, should we say, uncooperative. And this is my uncooperative side. And just notice which side that is for you. Get curious about why. We're almost done with this flow. Slowly release without slingshotting, coming out of that. Swim that hand to the front of your mat. You'll put it on the outside of your foot as you heel toe your left foot to the back of your right wrist, just allowing your knee to melt into your half pigeon pose. Lifting up your heart. You can be on blocks here. You could place something under your hip if you need it. Kind of a cobra in your spine. And then we'll fold into half sleeping pigeon, start to walk forward, get a really nice hip stretch here for that left outer hip. Honor your knee. So if it bites or pinches, you'll come out of it and do reclining pigeon instead, okay? So promise me you will not force yourself into any of these positions or postures. Not all bodies are the same. So just learn how to work with the body that you're in. Learn where your limits are. Push them, but honor them as well. We'll come back up out of this half pigeon, walking to your hands, and then slide your left knee back to meet your right, child's pose. Forehead towards the floor, breath in that back body. Good, shift it forward here. One more time into all fours. We're gonna stand on the knees, put them hip distance, placing your left hand towards the center of the mat. Go ahead and kick your left heel about 45 degrees, and then step your right leg, inner edge of the foot to the floor, and reach your right arm up. So you're almost in like a side plank is what it feels like. Go ahead and look down at your left fingers and stand into that hand and lift up your right leg. So we've been here before, a half moon balance. But now we're gonna add sugar cane bind. Bend your back knee or your top knee, reach your right hand up and over and see if you can catch the top of that foot. And if you feel wobbly, forget about it, don't worry about it, just hold the balance. We're building stability in your hip and shoulder. Ooh, and if you fall out of it, smile. I'm gonna slowly release my sugar cane, coming back through half moon. Lower the hand, lower the foot. Step the right knee under the hip, wag your tail, readjust, and side two. Here we come. Standing on your right hand, kick your right ankle out 45 and roll the inner edge of your left foot to the floor as you straighten your left leg. Reach your left arm up. So it's like a side plank. Side arm balance. Look down onto the floor right in front of your right fingers and see if you can pick up the left foot. And this is a great place to stay if you're finding a lot of challenge. If it feels okay to bend your top knee and reach your left hand back for sugar cane bind, go ahead and catch it. Open up that quad. Testing your stability here. But honor, right? Honor the knee joints. Without slingshotting, release from sugar cane, up to half moon. Lower the foot, lower the hand, slide the knees together. Take that child's pose, but this time with arms back by your toes. Knuckles are down and palms are up, embryo. Good. Walking your hands in front of you. Kick your ankles to whichever side makes the most sense for you and come to a comfortable seat. We'll sit with the right ankle in front of the left. Take the right hand to the floor outside of your hip and reach the left arm up. Bicep close to ear. Good. Undo that side stretch and just switch. Left hand to the floor and right arm up. Side stretch. Beautiful. Release. Walk your fingertips forward, one hand print at a time, folding your heart down, melting your forehead towards the floor. Lower back stretch. And you might feel this in your hips. Be proud of yourself. Come back up. We'll uncross the ankles and switch so the other ankle is in front now. And this time we'll take a seated twist. Reach both arms up, rock side to side. Get on your sit bones, get tall. Let's twist to the right. Reach your hand across. And then the right hand behind you for support. As you look over your back shoulder, you get a little neck stretch. Unwind with your in-breath. As you do, reach both arms up. Gather energy, gather length. Twist to the left. Fingers behind you and fingers to the outside of your thigh. Look over your shoulder. Gentle twist. And then we'll take that bow, come back through your middle, walk the hands forward, allow your heart to melt, forehead towards the floor. So this is the time where you can kind of evaluate how you're feeling in your body after that flow. Notice where you're tight. Good, come back up, lengthening the shoulders right on top of the hips. Let's take some shoulder rolls here. And then relax them down, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Scan the neck. We'll just draw a little semicircle through the middle here and let the left ear get heavy for the right shoulder. Sorry, left ear get heavy for the left shoulder. And then do that little scan on the other side of your neck. And then let the chin drop through the middle. Take some little semicircles side to side at your own pace here. Rather than doing a traditional Shavasana with lying on your back, I'm going to just take a seated meditation. When you're ready, meet me in a comfortable seat, whatever is a comfortable seat for you, with either hands on your thighs or hands on the floor. Shoulders out of your ears, chin softens to the chest, and close down your eyes for a moment. Reaching the back of the neck a little longer. Start to notice your breath without exerting any control over it. Just be an observer of your breath for the next few moments. Feeling the inhale and the exhale. Notice how that movement benefited your body. See if you can notice how the stillness benefits your mind. Take a few flutters in the eyes here as you blink your eyes back to open. As many blinks as you need to let the light back in. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I really enjoyed that class. Let me know if you did by leaving a like or a comment. I hope to see you in another one soon. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.